Bikram Yoga is a huge slap in the face of reality. I personally love it because I like to be truly aware of where I'm at within my life, my fitness, and all of what encompasses a full human being is basically put on display in a sense in a Bikram Yoga class. If you are very burdened with heavy and doubtful emotions, those are going to really flare up, and it's going to be intensified. If you're really out of shape, if you're really inflexible, if you've been treating your body poorly with a crummy diet, if you're constantly negative in your mind and judgmental, all those things are magnified in that class because it's a perfect blend of duration, and because it's 90 minutes long, and intensity. So it's very, very intense, but not so intense that you can still think comfortably, basically. And when I compare that to when I do mixed martial arts, sometimes I'll spar. And sparring is where you put on the little gloves and you try to hurt and beat the crap out of the other person. And in that degree of intensity, there really is no thinking going on. You're in straight up primal mode because it's too intense. Now, other forms of softer flowing yoga, you can kind of just drift off mentally and kind of go off because it's not too intense. Where Bikram is that perfect medium intensity, basically, where it's so hard that you must be focused 100% of the time, but not so hard that you don't have time to kind of self-reflect. And I think that's one of the biggest benefits for people. And people, it's not something they really seek out, most people anyway. Most people go to a Bikram Yoga class because they want to lose weight or detox, and it will do all those things. But what people really need is to cultivate the inner reality, the inner world, the inner mindset that is actually capable of sustaining a healthy lifestyle that will actually lead to the results they desire. That's why I like Bikram. I like to look at the deeper meaning of certain things, and Bikram Yoga has a lot of depth to it. And what's really interesting is that it's the exact same class anywhere you go. It's like the teachers are almost robotic in a way, in a good way. They're phenomenal human beings, but I'm saying the class is identical, same poses, same cues, same instruction, same tonality in the voice of the instructors, and yet every single workout you will experience vastly differently, which shows you how much your whole being can fluctuate on a day-to-day basis. There's quite a wide range of performance levels. You can go in sometimes and you just feel like an animal. You're just staying in the poses longer, stretching further. You feel energized. You feel positive. And then you go 2 days later and you're feeling tired and you're doing a quarter of as good as you did the previous time, and your thoughts are racing. But that's kind of what yoga is all about. It just makes you more aware of where you're at in your life, and that's always a positive thing. It's always good to reflect. It's always good to challenge yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And I think Bikram Yoga is awesome for anybody. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking that you're just not in shape enough for Bikram Yoga, that's not the case, because there's people of all shapes and sizes. When I first went, I was I was a lot bigger. I was probably 190 pounds, real muscular. I trained really intensely, so I was in really good shape. And yet I sucked at Bikram Yoga because Bikram Yoga is a very unique blend of it's a certain strength quality. There's different types of strength, and Bikram Yoga is its own unique strength, and it's a blend of its own unique strength with a long-term endurance. So my point is, if you think you're too old or too young or too overweight, it doesn't matter, man. When I first went, I considered myself to be in really good shape, and yet there were people who were far heavier than me, way older than me, that were just destroying me in the class. You just got to kind of build up your tolerance for the particular specific type of training it offers. So I can't really say enough about it. I try to do it once or twice a week, especially now in the winter. I'm in Michigan right now, and it's January, and in fact it snowed the entire time I'm on my way there. So it's a really nice contrast for me to get to experience some warmth for a change. But I highly recommend it, man. It'll make you a better person, and that's what's important. That's what fitness has the potential to offer you, is to make you a stronger, more loving, more enlightened, more abundant, more passionate, more in tuned human being. And then all the physical qualities that you want, which is the weight loss and the muscle tone, that's all going to come as well. All right? So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Peace.